Mexico's roster for the October friendly matches against Ecuador and Colombia are officially here, and it's time for us to react to them and analyze some of these players that we're not used to seeing. So let's get immediately into it. Starting off at the goalkeeping position, we have three. Luis Angel Malagón, I think totally expected. Raúl Talarangel, not expected. I'm actually getting a bit frustrated seeing this guy in every convocatoria because I don't think he's good enough, especially right now. He's on a huge drop of form. And the new one that we haven't seen in quite a while now, Carlos Acevedo, who I am a fan of. He's had a pretty good season in my opinion, even though Santos haven't been good. So I'm glad to see him here, and maybe could be the third string option. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think Malagón, like I said like a month ago, I don't think it's going to change at all. The starting goalie spot is between Malagón and probably Ochoa. Talarangel has never given me confidence playing for La Selección. Acevedo, I mean, he's a new addition. I mean, I don't mind him being there, but realistically, he's just fighting for the third goalkeeper spot, nothing more. Who got dropped, I think, was with Carlos Moreno from the last convocatoria. Like, again, he's not a big loss. I think it's just about Malagón getting confidence. I think when he's confident and he's good, like, he's a starting goalie. Everyone else is like levels below. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think about the goal. I think it's just pretty standard. I'm not like too excited about Tala or Acevedo. I mean, for me, the most important thing is just Malagón getting in form.
It should have been Andres Sanchez over Talarangel. We've already seen Talarangel for a lot of convocatorias now. It's always disappointing me. And I think Andres Sanchez is one of the best goalies in Liga MX. I think he's very underlooked. I don't know why Vasco hasn't called him up once.
The one from San Luis?
San Luis. The San Luis goalkeeper is very good. I think he deserves one convocatoria before the World Cup just to see how he looks. Because I think he's a much safer goalkeeper than Talarangel at this moment in time. I have no faith if Talarangel starts.
Yeah, Tala, he should not have been called up. But again, I'm not like too stressed out about it because these guys are like levels below, like Malagón. Like, they haven't showed anything. I don't think they're threatening to be starters. But like if Vasco actually believed they were going to be starters, then I'd kind of be scared because like they're not ready.
Now the defenders: Mateo Chavez, Ramon Juarez, Israel Reyes, Kevin Alvarez is back. Jorge Sanchez, Cesar Montes, Johan Vázquez, Jesus Gallardo. And obviously no Rodrigo Huescas, who I think might miss the World Cup, unfortunately. After such a great start to the season, undoubtedly would have been Mexico's starting right back, has the most assists in like Europe's top 10 leagues as a fullback with 5. And it's very frustrating because at the peak of your career at such a young age, you have all these European teams looking at you. An ACL injury is just such a setback, bro.
Yeah, he's going to be a huge loss. I mean, I'm glad Israel Reyes is back. I thought he's like been solid as a right back for Mexico. I mean, at the Nations League, he was good. Gold Cup, he didn't really play. America has always been pretty solid as a right back / center back. And I think he's pretty versatile. So I'm a fan of him being back. Kevin Alvarez, I'm like whatever about. Like, he was like always just kind of like mid to me. I mean, he's like probably around the same level as Jorge Sanchez and the other right backs we have. So I don't mind it, but I'm not too excited about it. But yeah, I think Rodrigo Huescas for me, like, he's just the biggest loss possible. Like, it kind of sucks that we're barely in October and like the World Cup is 8 months away and we already have like a starter out. Like, he's pretty much confirmed out. Like, they already said he's going to miss the whole season. So I can't imagine him getting called up for a World Cup without playing a single club game in 8 months. So it sucks.
So that's 2 players already, Huescas and Luis Chavez. Yeah. Luis Chavez wouldn't have been a starter, but he would have been in the team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it sucks to lose anyone with injury, but I think Huescas is like the huge loss. He was the only Mexican playing Champions League ball.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, I hope he bounces back because that was just a huge setback. Not even just for this year, bro. Like, even just for his whole career. Like, it was probably thought of like he's going to like have a great year, a great Champions League campaign, a great World Cup, and then move to like a bigger team. Now that's like pretty much all taken from him. But
yeah, the right back position looks very weak now.
No
Julian Araujo. Oh, yeah. Getting no minutes at Bournemouth, and Bournemouth are flying yet again, just like last year. I think Julian Araujo's time at Bournemouth might be coming to an end, maybe in the winter transfer window. If I'm him, I leave because he's not getting any minutes at all.
Yeah, I think he needs to, especially if he wants to make the World Cup. Like, Mexico's right back competition right now is not that hard, so like he just needs to be playing, and he might be in the mix to be in the World Cup roster. But like, he can't do that if he's just rotting on the bench at Bournemouth. Like, seek a loan to like a championship team. Go back to La Liga. I heard like teams from La Liga are interested.
Now, midfielders, which I believe is the weakest part of the field for Mexico for quite some time now. That's Orbelín Pineda, Alexis Gutierrez, Eric Sanchez, Eric Lira, Charlie Rodriguez, Luis Romo, Diego Lainez is listed as a midfielder here, and Marcel Ruiz. That is diabolical. Absolutely diabolical.
And one thing we forgot to mention, that there is a lot of big omissions. Like, well, Huescas is because of injury, but then Edson Alvarez is not part of that midfield.
He just came back from injury. Yeah.
Yeah, so like because came back from an injury. Raul Jimenez is not on the team either. That's like arguably 3 of our best players right now. Yeah, that midfield.
Like, I guarantee you guys, I have no confidence we're gonna win any 2 of the games. I think we're gonna draw both, just like the last window.
The midfield, just, I mean, there's no, obviously, again, there's also no Mora as well. We lacked creativity last window with a lot of these same guys, and now we're like even more depleted. I think we're going to struggle, to be honest, especially against teams like Colombia and Ecuador, who are very good, actually. They're some of the best teams like in the Americas.
That midfield just strikes no fear, bro. Orbelín Pineda, I mean, he's pretty much washed. No disrespect. I'm just saying the truth. Alexis Gutierrez is not even a consistent starter for America. I don't know how he's in this team. Don't rate him at all. And even when he was at Cruz Azul, he was pretty mid to me. Eric Sanchez, he's doing pretty decent at America, but I just don't like the fact that he's very small. He doesn't.
It's not just him, though. I think the whole midfield.
Eric Lira's the only one. Eric Lira and Marcel Ruiz.
No, but there's not a single one that's athletic. Like, not a single one.
Marcel Ruiz.
He's not athletic.
Yes, he is. Up and down.
Well, he's not that. He's not
physicality and everything.
He's not like physically imposing. He's super skinny. Like, he's very skinny. Like, I don't think there's anyone in that midfield that's physically imposing.
This fool's not a player that's getting outbodied though and getting beat in 50-50s.
Yeah, but like as a whole, that whole midfield is not very athletic, not very strong.
No.
Like, I think that's where we're gonna struggle. Like, missing Edson Alvarez, that's a huge loss because he's like the muscle of the midfield. Eric Lira kind of, but he's like short.
I like Eric Lira so much.
But like, I do see a world where El Vasco is starting Romo, Charlie, maybe like Gutierrez, like all the same. He might even have Romo starting both games, like as a CDM. Like, that midfield does not. That midfield's not it. Not even close.
Then Charlie Rodriguez, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna be a lock for the World Cup. He's been at every convocatoria. Luis Romo's back, just not a good CDM in my opinion. He's good Liga MX level, just like Charlie, but when it comes to the national team, they're just not it. Diego Lainez, he's been pretty good for Tigres, so obviously don't mind him being here. And then Marcel Ruiz is Marcel Ruiz. If he continues having a good season and has a decent World Cup, he'll leave after the World Cup. And that's what Turco said too. I think wait till the World Cup, and then from there you'll see if you go to Europe. Now the attackers: Santiago Jimenez, Julian Quiñones, Germán Berterame, Chino Huerta, Chucky Lozano, Alexis Vega. Not bad.
Yeah, I think the attack is probably the best part of the team. But Raul Jimenez is out because I think of injury as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he obviously would have been there. The one change I would have made, though, is I would have called up Hormiga, even if he's not as good of a player as Berterame. But I'm like...
I don't even know. Hormiga might have the same amount of goals.
But I'm saying, like, in general, like, Berterame is a better player, but I would have still called up Hormiga over him because he's younger, more potential. I think he has better stats this season. I think he has like 6 goals already in Liga MX. And not only that, we're playing Ecuador in his home stadium in Guadalajara. Like, why wouldn't you have like given him that game?
Berterame actually has 2 more goals.
Does he? Well, I mean, like, again, even if, like I said, Berterame I think is a slightly better player, but I would have called up Hormiga.
Yeah.
Like, Hormiga has the more potential. Because again, this project with El Vasco and Rafa Marquez was like the 2026 and 2030 cycles. You had to start looking ahead as well.
The time was now.
Yeah, like I think exactly like in Hormiga's home stadium where they're gonna play Ecuador and Guadalajara would have been a perfect time. He's in form. You're looking for like a young striker. I don't know. I think it was obvious to bring him over Berterame in my opinion.
The time was now because he's in great form. He's scored like in 3 consecutive games for Chivas. He knows he deserved it. He got interviewed after the Pumas game. He scored in that game last weekend. He felt disappointed that he wasn't getting called up. But in that November window, he has to be there. He has to continue scoring goals, and he has to be there because that third striker spot for Mexico is up for grabs. Because, I mean, it should easily be Julian Quiñones, in my opinion, but I don't know why Vasco keeps playing him on the wing. Because Henry Martin hasn't been playing. Sepulveda it's looking like now his age is finally showing. And who's another third string?
I think that was
Berterame.
Yeah, well, Berterame.
But like I keep saying, Berterame's situation is different compared to Quiñones because Berterame I just see him, he's Argentine, man. Like, if Mexico are tied or losing by 1 goal in the 80th minute and Berterame is on the field, this guy's not going to show as much passion, as much fire than an Hormiga, who is actually Mexican.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, not only that, just like the age thing as well. Like,
yeah, like for what?
Like, Hormiga has the more potential. Like, I don't know. I think it was like obvious and I've always been in the thought that your third string anything, like striker, goalie, third string center back, whatever it is, should always be like a young prospect. That's like your best one. It shouldn't be some guy who's already like up in age. Isn't he like 30 already by the time, or like close to 30?
He's 26. He's in his prime.
Is he? Oh, 20. Down. He's younger than I thought. But like even still, like I would like go for the guy that's like with the more potential. Like you already have your starter, you already have your second string off the bench. The third guy should be like the next guy, like for the next generation, for the 2030 cycle. And yeah, he's like the only young striker performing. So I thought it was like a no-brainer. But besides that, the attack is what we got, to be honest. I think Piojo also didn't get called up, which in my opinion,
fighting through injury. He hasn't been playing for Chivas.
Yeah, but even besides that though, like even before his injury, I don't think he deserved a call up. Like he was not doing good. To be honest, I don't think any Chivas players should be there.
Just Hormiga.
They've been besides him, exactly. Besides him, actually, that's kind of weird. The one Chivas player that actually did deserve it is not even there. But then like Romo's there.
I would have given Campillo a spot over Romo. I think Campillo deserves it.
Yeah, like
and he's versatile too. You go right back, center back, CDM, just like Israel.
And I don't know, Romo has not. For me, hasn't had a good season. I mean, Chivas in general hasn't had a good season until like recently, but they're like still ninth. So
yeah, before we get to our ideal starting 11, I think another player that's deserved a shout, especially since the right back position is up for taking, Denzel Garcia. I think he's a player that deserves a chance. One of the best right backs in Liga MX. He's playing for Juarez.
And Juarez is doing good.
Yeah.
What are they, like 6th, 7th?
And this guy drifts in. I was at the game against Atlas. This guy was like, he's like a Reece James. He was like shifted in CDM, playing right back.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a good player.
That would have been a good option as well.
All right, ideal starting 11 based on the players that got called up. You go first, and I'll give mine after.
All in one? All right, so Malagon, obviously, I don't think anyone's even close. Right back, I would go with Isra. Center backs, the typical ones, Johan and Cesar Montes. Left back, Mateo Chavez. Even though he hasn't really been playing for his club, but I think he just recently started the game.
He played good.
He recently started the game, played good, but like that was the first game in like a month for some reason. Midfield, I mean, Marcel Ruiz, Eric Lira, and I guess Orbelin. Like that's really that's the best I can think of. And then the attack, I think I would go Vega, Santi, and Linus. That's probably what I'd go with. A 4-3-3, typical 4-3-3.
Yeah, with this team we can't play a 4-3-3, and if we do it, we're not going to win any of the 2 games. I'm going to go with the 4-4-2, same defense, same goalie. The midfield's going to be Eric Lira and Marcel Ruiz. Left mid, Alexis Vega. Right mid, Chucky Lozano. And the 2 strikers, Santi and Quiñones. I think that team could win one of those games.
We'll see. I mean,
Quiñones scores against Colombia
and celebrates, shushes them. Colombia, I think, has a full team, so that's going to be a tough game. And it's in Dallas, and there's a lot of Colombians over there. Like every time they play in Phoenix or Dallas, that they're going to pack that stadium. So I think this might be like 50-50 crowd.
Yeah, might as well give like a quick prediction for those 2 games.
Yeah, like my prediction for that game, I'm honestly going to say 2-1 Colombia. I think they'll win the game. They're a very good team. I don't think there's any shame in losing to them. I just kind of hope our guys perform, but I do think it will be a 2-1 win for Colombia. I'll say Santi scores just to kind of keep a mini streak going. He did score in the last game. And then for Colombia, I'll go with Luis Diaz and then like James Penn or something.
No clean sheet for...
I don't know how got called
Johan and Cesar if they start.
Nah, not against that. I think they get helped out a lot by like the guys around them as well. But I think having like a Romo as CDM probably that's not gonna help them.
If we start Romo or Charlie, we lose that game. I'll also say 2-1. If we start with a pretty decent lineup, then I say we could get a draw. And then for the game in Guadalajara here, which we will be at, stay tuned for the vlog and the content. Subscribe. I think we could win that game because Ecuador will not have Moises Caicedo, Hincapié, and I think one more. Who was the other one?
Was it Estupiñán?
It may be Estupiñán, but they don't have the 2 best players in Caicedo and Hincapié, which is huge.
Yeah.
I personally would have wanted them to be there just so we could test out the competition as best as possible, but I think we could win that game. I'll say like 1-0. Both of these games, I don't think we will score more than 3 goals in any. I mean, that's been the case for quite some time now.
Ecuador was the best defensive team in the CONMEBOL qualifiers. They're probably one of the best defensive teams in the world, to be honest, at full strength. I mean, defense has their center backs for who? Pacho and Hincapié. That's very, very good. And then you have a CDM like Caicedo in front of them.
Engine.
But they're missing 2 of those guys. And what Ecuador has always struggled with and what they're struggling with right now is their forwards are not it. Like they're still relying on Ener Valencia, who's 74 years old, and
Pachuca.
They're like, I know who they're missing. Their only good offensive player, Gonzalo Plata. He's not going to be there.
Oh.
It's him. The Ecuador game, if you're a betting person, you smash the under on that game. Because like I said, I think Mexico's creativity in the midfield is not going to create a lot against a good defensive team.
Smash the under on both games, to be honest.
And Ecuador has no attack like whatsoever. I think that game is going to end. I really hope it's not, but I really do. I'm seeing a 0-0, and I don't wish that because we're going to be there.
Nah,
I don't want to win.
We win.
Witness another game.
I mean, we don't win. We score at least here in Guadalajara. There's no way at a World Cup venue we're not scoring before the World Cup.
I don't know. I mean, I hope you're right, but like, I do think it's my prediction would be a 0-0, unfortunately, but I do hope we win. I hope I'm wrong. We actually played Ecuador in Guadalajara back in 2010. It was 15 years ago. We actually,
white jerseys?
Yeah, it was the one time we wore that one rare white jersey. We actually lost 2-1, which is kind of crazy. I can't believe we lost that game. But yeah, I think this one would be 0-0. I do think it's going to be a very defensive battle. I think Ecuador, like I said, struggles to score. We're going to struggle to create. They're defensive. Our best strength right now is defense with Cesar Montes and Johan Vasquez. And I do think they'll get at least one clean sheet in this window. So it'll be...
I don't think they'll start both games together.
I don't know. I feel like he usually does. I feel like he doesn't usually like play around with that. Last time he did it because I think Cesar Montes got a red. And or else I think he would have started again, to be honest.
Now even look at the Switzerland win, though.
I don't know. No, but the Switzerland win was because Vasquez was injured. He missed the first 3 games or 2 games of the Gold Cup.
No, I doubt it. There's Ramon Juarez. There's a lot of players he wants to see.
I don't know. I think I'm still going to go with 0-0, though.
Yeah, but that was the roster reaction and predictions for the 2 friendly matches. Make sure to be subscribed for the upcoming content, the reactions to that game. We will be doing a live stream on Saturday to the Mexico-Colombia game, so definitely do not miss out on that. And if Mexico wins and qualifies to the quarterfinals of the Under-20 World Cup, it will be a 2-in-1 stream, so it's going to be a pretty long stream, but you guys definitely do not want to miss out. Hey, make sure to hit the like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, like I just said. Hit the links down below to join all of our socials. Hit the post notice to know every time we upload. And we'll catch you guys next episode.
Peace.